The atmosphere inside an exclusive recording studio in the Gangnam area was suddenly filled with different kind of energy on Tuesday night. Dim lights reflected off the polished wooden floor, while modern beats with hip-hop and R&B influences blasted from large speakers. At the center of the room, Jungkook appeared completely immersed in his own world, performing a brand new dance style he had never shown to the public before. His movements were sharp yet fluid, full of control and emotion. Every step, shoulder hit, and body turn looked mature, as if telling the story of a long journey he had lived through as an artist. Sweat dripped down his forehead, but Jungkook's expression remained focused, his eyes locked onto his reflection in the large studio mirror. In the corner of the room, TEAHYUNG stood with his arms crossed. At first, he wore a relaxed smile, but as the music went on, that smile slowly turned into a look of deep emotion. "He's really grown. This isn't just a dance," TEAHYUNG murmured softly, his voice nearly drowned out by the music. To him, Jungkook's movements that night felt like an emotional release of pressure, dreams, and freedom. Not far from TEAHYUNG, Lisa watched with sparkling eyes. As a professional dancer, she immediately caught the subtle details others might miss. The smooth transitions, breath control, and Jungkook's strikingly honest facial expressions. When the music stopped and Jungkook ended the choreography with a final pose, Lisa instinctively covered her mouth, her eyes glistening with tears. "That was beautiful," Lisa said softly, her voice trembling. "Not just technique. I could feel the story." Jungkook turned toward them, slightly surprised by their reactions. He let out a small laugh, trying to ease the mood. "It's still just a demo," he said modestly. "I just wanted to try something new." TEAHYUNG stepped closer and patted Jungkook's shoulder proudly. "If this is only a demo, I can't imagine the final version." Lisa nodded in agreement. She even offered a few small suggestions, not as criticism, but as admiration between fellow dancers. The moment felt warm. Three global stars of the entertainment world, without a grand stage or flashing cameras. Just pure artistic honesty inside a quiet studio. According to internal sources, the dance style is being prepared for a special Jungkook project that will combine music, visuals, and personal storytelling. TEAHYUNG's and Lisa's emotional reactions that night became proof that what Jungkook is creating is not just a performance, but a statement of self. And behind the tightly closed studio doors, a great work seemed to be slowly but surely coming to life. Sparkles. After the studio atmosphere calmed down a bit, Jungkook sat on the floor, catching his breath. The music had stopped, leaving only the sound of the air conditioner and the ticking wall clock. Yet the silence made the emotions feel even heavier. Lisa approached first. She crouched in front of Jungkook, looking at him with serious yet gentle expression. "That middle section," she said softly. "You weren't just dancing. It felt like you were letting go of something you've been holding in for a long time." Jungkook fell silent for a few seconds. He ran a hand through his hair and smiled faintly. "I feel that too," he replied honestly. "Lately, I've been thinking a lot. This dance became my way of speaking, without words." TEAHYUNG, who had been standing near the mirror, finally sat down with them, his eyes fixed on their reflections. "As your friend," he said, tapping Jungkook's knee. "I'm being honest, earlier I got chills. You're not just the energetic magnate anymore, you're an artist now." Those words made Jungkook lower his head, holding back his emotions. The smile remained, but his eyes were clearly glassy. A few minutes later, the music played again. This time, Jungkook invited Lisa to stand beside him. "Can you help me redo the ending part?" he asked. Lisa nodded without hesitation. They stood facing each other and began to move together. It wasn't a full choreography, just light improvisation, but their chemistry was undeniable. TEAHYUNG watched with a warm smile, occasionally nodding as if he understood the emotional direction taking shape. When the song ended, the studio fell silent again. No applause, no cheers, just a lingering sense of satisfaction in the air. According to internal reports, that night became a crucial turning point. Jungkook reportedly decided to keep the choreography largely unchanged, as TEAHYUNG's and Lisa's genuine reactions gave him confidence. Rumors also spread that Jungkook wanted Lisa to serve as a special dance consultant for the project, while TEAHYUNG would be involved in shaping the visual concept and artistic mood. The wall clock showed nearly 2 a.m., yet none of them had any intention of leaving. The studio felt more alive than ever, not because of loud music, but because ideas were finally flowing freely. TEAHYUNG stood in front of a concept board attached to the glass wall. He grabbed a black marker and wrote several keywords. Raw, freedom, shadow, rebirth. Your choreography has two sides, TEAHYUNG explained, pointing at the words. It starts heavy and dark, but the ending feels like someone finally breathing freely. Lisa nodded in agreement. She played a rehearsal video of Jungkook on her phone, analyzing the movements frame by frame. If the lighting plays with contrast, she added, your subtle movements will feel incredibly emotional. You don't need many backup dancers. Jungkook looked at them both, his expression a mix of gratitude and disbelief. Are you guys really willing to help me this much? He asked. TEAHYUNG smiled widely. We're not here as big idols. We're here as friends. Lisa looked at Jungkook warmly. And as a fellow dancer, I'm proud of you. Hearing that, Jungkook stood up and returned to the center of the studio. Without warning, the music started again, this time slower, deeper. Jungkook danced once more, but differently than before. His movements were freer, as if he was truly releasing the burdens he had carried for so long. Without realizing it, TEAHYUNG began recording with his phone. Lisa gently covered her mouth, her eyes filling with tears again. When the music stopped, no one spoke immediately. After a few seconds, TEAHYUNG said quietly, if the world sees this, they'll understand who Jungkook is now. According to internal leaks, the practice video from that night was never meant for release, yet it became the subject of serious discussion. Jungkook's creative team was reportedly shocked after seeing it, calling it the most honest material Jungkook has ever created. Another rumor revealed that Lisa proposed a bold idea. Backhand index pointing right to perform the dance without vocals at the beginning, only the sound of breathing and footsteps before the music slowly fades in. The idea left Jungkook silent for a long moment before he finally nodded. If this plan truly comes to life, the public may not just witness Jungkook's latest dance, but the deepest side of him, one that only those closest to him have ever felt. And that night in the studio, it will always be remembered as the beginning of something great. Milky Way sparkles. The sky outside the studio began to change color, from pitch black to a grayish blue. After the long, emotional practice session, the mood slowly softened. TEAHYUNG leaned back against the sofa, looking at Jungkook with an expression of satisfaction mixed with pride. I sent the video to the group, he said casually, lifting his phone. Just a short clip, he quickly added when Jungkook turned around in shock. Before Jungkook could react, notifications started pouring in. Mobile phone RM. Is this practice or a short film? Mobile phone Jimin. Why am I getting chills from just 10 seconds? Mobile phone J-Hope. Your movements feel different. Deeper. This is insane. Jungkook read each message, then laughed softly while shaking his head. Hyung, you're making me even more nervous. Lisa, who had been sitting quietly near the mirror, finally stood up. She approached Jungkook, her voice gentle but firm. Their reactions are honest. That means you're on the right path. Not long after, Jungkook's manager entered the studio after receiving an urgent message. The moment he saw the short practice clip, his expression changed. This needs to be tightly protected, he said firmly. If even half of this leaks, it'll go viral instantly. But that was exactly when the story began to move quickly. A few hours later, a Korean gossip account uploaded a vague message. A global main dancer is developing the most emotional choreography of his career. Witnesses say 2 major stars were moved to tears in the studio. Jungkook's name wasn't mentioned, but fans immediately connected the dots.